Storytime, a story of a little naive girl who is living at this beautiful community with her family and friends. And this community seems to have everything. Talk about the king, the kingsmen, the youth, the elders, everything that you need for a community to function. This community have it, and everyone seems to live in peace and harmony. And there come a day the king of this community decided to do something different, something that other community do not do. There's something that will totally shock everybody in this community. And this day came where he called the elders together and he told them that he need a successor. And guess what? Of course, the elder was like, yeah, I have a son. They were like, I have a daughter. I have a son. Then he was like, he feel in the soul that there is a successor for this community, but he doesn't really know who the successor is. It might be a male or it might be a female, but he really wants to do it the way the Lord has laid in his heart to do it, so that the community will succeed with this successor, so that everything will go away. And this the person that he wants to succeed him, we have the heart of being the king of the community. We have the zeal, the passion, everything that want to be as a king of the community. It doesn't really matter who. So all the elder was like, They was like, the person that he wants to succeed in must be a youth. So they was like, okay, let's bring out the youth and everybody. So they went out to bring out a lot of youth. Everybody, the elders called their sons, their daughters. Everybody came at the king palace, gathering, wondering what's going on. And the king break the news to them that he need a successor for this community. And the little girl came out too, that he will not tell the youth, if you know you are interested to be a king of this community, step forward and trust that everybody want to be a king. Who doesn't want to be a king? And everybody step forward. And this little naive girl step forward too. And they were like, okay, the task is very, very simple. It was like, okay, what would this task be? So they say, because like I said, this community have mountains, like different mountains, highs, low. This community is rich. That's what I was to say. So it was like, do you know the mountain over there? There was like, everybody was like, yeah. Whoever that can climb the mountain to the high place, there is my crown. And whoever, the person that will be able to lift the crown up from the mountain, from the rock, that will be our next successor. Remember, he has already said the person have to have the heart of a king. So yeah, we're like, okay, if you guys are ready to be, if any of you will be the successor of this community, yeah, the journey begins. Yeah. So he set them on the journey. Then this little naive girl joined the youth to go for this journey. Everybody was so eager, going forward, climbing. Everybody want to be a king. Who doesn't want to be a king of this beautiful community? So they start this journey, and they were climbing because the mountain was so high, and this little naive girl just gained this internal strength, and she began running, and she was running, and before you know, she ran and passed all the big youth that was close to her, and she ran to the mountain top, and she got there, and she looked at the crown. As soon as she got there, she looked at the crown, and she looked at the back. She saw so many of the youths still at the back. She was like, okay, I'm here first. There's nobody to drag this crown with me. And she was able to pick up the crown. And as soon as she picked up the crown lit up like was lights up. As soon as she picked up the crown and she turned around to the community, because she is on the high mountain, then she can see everybody on the ground, and the ground of the community. As soon as she turned around with the crown in her hand, everybody saw her, because the mountain is very high. Everybody saw her, the youth that was beside her, everybody saw her. As soon as they saw the crown with her, everybody bowed, like literally, from the youth that was at her back to the community. Everybody bowed, and she just held the crown, and she was walking majestically like the queen they're gonna crown her to be. And she was walking down the mountain, and she walked down with everybody bowed, and they create space for her to walk through. And she walked she walked down from the mountain with a crown in her hand to the king palace. And the king looked at her, and they were like, yeah, you have the heart of being the next successor of this community. Yeah, thanks for listening. That's another story of our little naive girl, and I'll see you on our next video. Ciao.